Returning to the queue, Senator Hunt, you were in the queue.
Mr. President, Mr. Clerk, is there a pending motion? Okay. I put my light on because I heard Chairwoman Sanders say that we did receive an email from Lee Will addressing some of the questions we had in our committee, and I didn't receive that. And so I actually just need like a little time, but there's nobody in the queue, so I didn't receive that email, and my staff is telling me that they don't have it either. So, I mean, what are we doing? You know, let's back all the way up and say Senator Conrad should have been on this committee in the first place if it wasn't for CD3 bullying CD1 into kicking people off their committees and committee on committees. So now the oversight that should be happening in committee is happening on the floor. And I'm taking time so that I can look in my email for answers that we weren't getting from this nominee in committee. Senator Sanders is coming over to me with breaking news. Sarah Skinner in Mr. Will's office sent the email. Okay. Okay, staff, look for an email from Sarah Skinner. Thank you, Chairwoman Sanders. I think it's okay to explicitly state the politics of what's going on here in this work. Lee Will is a partisan, not just Republican, but incredibly conservative Republican who supports down to the letter what the Trump administration is doing, whatever Jim Pillen would like to do, which I don't even know if Governor Pillen knows what he wants to do. He's getting his orders from the top too. Coming into the committee hearing and acting like he has no clue what could be happening with immigration in Nebraska, no clue how this gender executive order could be currently being enforced right now. It's totally above my head. It's not my job. It's not my purview. Ridiculous responses. Incredible. Incredible meaning not credible. I was incredulous to hear that. And frankly, it's an insult to our role as lawmakers in a co-equal branch of government, and it's an insult to Nebraskans who are looking to their government for oversight, for accountability, for transparency. We didn't get answers about these no-bid contracts. We didn't get answer about these requests for proposals, and we didn't get answers about how DAS is actually implementing the governor's orders. I don't think that deserves a rubber stamp. I have an update from my staff. The committee counsel, Dick Clark, forwarded the email to us. Thank you, Mr. Clark. It says, good afternoon, Chairwoman Sanders. We're following up with the Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee to provide more information on the state of Nebraska vacant positions as it relates to the governor's executive order. Director Will had limited information on the subject when responding to questions, so he wants to make sure the committee has the complete data. The 2025-2027 biennium budget book includes these details on page 70 as linked here. Please let us know if the committee has any further questions. Thank you and have a great weekend. We did not get this email. I am a member of this committee. I did not receive this email. My staff has confirmed. So once again, how is this transparency? This is the executive branch spitting in the face of a co-equal branch of government because they expect us to rubber stamp this. If we had an actual functional government, they would be working to earn our trust. They would be working to communicate and cooperate, as has happened in previous administrations. So my point, colleagues, is I don't care if you politically agree with this nominee. I don't care if you agree with all the things this administration wants to do. What you should stand up for first and foremost, and what former Republicans in your position have done, is for good governance, for transparency and accountability, and for the people of Nebraska who would like to be represented and know what their government is actually doing, protecting the institution, protecting the process, so that the people know what's happening in the government that they pay for. Thank you, Mr. President.